I'm sure y'all wondering why I don't have a jersey on, and I'm sure y'all know why I don't have a jersey on. So I'm gonna tell y'all why. I changed shirts, but let's get into it. So we have. I'm sure y'all know Deshaun Watson, my guy. My two favorite quarterbacks, not named Cam Newton, played this week. Deshaun Watson versus Lamar Jackson, and Lamar's team made Deshaun's team look like a JV team. Deshaun went for 18. Okay, you know what? Let me set the stage first. So Deshaun got no help from his supporting cast. The offensive line was as awful as it's been in weeks. No, it just he got no support. He got no support. Even Hop. You know, I love DeAndre Hopkins, but he didn't. I don't know if he didn't show up. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he didn't play well. He got a 600 catch though, which all the trash quarterbacks he didn't play. All the trash quarterbacks he didn't play with. That's an accomplishment. So he just didn't play well. He didn't play well at all. Forcing passes. It wasn't Deshaun Watson football. I was very disappointed in the way he played. Hence why I don't have a jersey on. That's why, if y'all was wondering. But I'm gonna get a Lamar jersey eventually, so y'all will see that. So I'm gonna have all three, and then my goal is to have all the black quarterbacks jerseys. So now we move on. Speaking of the black quarterbacks, we move on to Axon Jackson, Michael Vick, .2. He's Lamar. Somebody on NFL TV called him Lamarkable this morning. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Deshaun Watson's numbers: 18 for 29, 169 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. And they didn't score until CBS had already took the game off, and me and my uncle were highly upset. So, just didn't play well. They played Thursday night, big time division game. They playing against Jacoby Brissett. So, hopefully, I will be. You know, we all have our favorites. I want to see them both be successful, but unfortunately, they play in the same division. That will probably be. I think that's the AFC South. They'll probably be for the AFC South Championship. But let's get to Lamar. So Lamar special. This guy, the transition from year one to year two is nothing short of remarkable. Like I've never seen in real life a jump from year one to year two like this, like stepping up in the pocket, throwing darts, making accurate decisions with the ball, running when he has to, not because he wants to. It's just special, man. He's a joy to watch. I am so proud of Lamar and the development as a quarterback that he's had. His development as a quarterback, along with also keeping his running ability and everything. And Shannon Sharp made a good point today. He was like, hopefully they can keep the coaching staff together so they can keep this train going. Because, success, they start removing pieces and, one thing goes to another thing. Who knows what can happen. They try to make Lamar something he's not, and then all of a sudden he don't look the same. But Lamar played phenomenal, man. He played phenomenal. He's been playing phenomenal. Like I'm more impressed with this dude every game. Like it just looks like he gets better every snap. Like there's not enough words to describe how great he is. Russell Wilson is still the MVP, but my gut says Russell Wilson, but my heart says Lamar. So Lamar's numbers: 17 for 24, 224 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 9 rushing attempts for 86 yards. And so my overall theme is what I wrote down. Jackson is special. Deshaun has no help. And that was pretty much the theme of the game. And the Ravens defense played Ravens defense. It was phenomenal. Just a great team. Just a great team. So we go from two of the best quarterbacks to one of the lower level quarterbacks, Kyler Murray. And sidebar, I'm very impressed with the Cardinals. Remember how we thought, I didn't think the Cardinals was going to win no more than one or two games. And they almost beat the 49ers. So the Cardinals are a lot better than I thought they would be. And I'm very happy about that. So Cardinals jumped out to a 16-point lead, and it would have been a 7-point lead if their freaking if the kicker didn't miss the field goal. So they jump out to a 6-point lead, and they're a young team. They're a young team against a much, much better team. And we all know how this goes. You're playing a better team, and you jump out to the lead. So, the better team takes you for granted, and then you jump out to a big lead, and then the better team starts actually playing well, and then it's a game. So that's essentially what happened. It was a little bit of a hard game to read because he played well. I don't know if he really played well because he really didn't have time. He was running around a lot more than normal. He was running around a lot. But his numbers are a lot better than you would expect. 24 for 33, 150 yards. He has to throw for more than that. If you're going to throw 33 passes, I need for you to have at least 200 passing yards. 2 touchdowns and no interceptions, which is big that he had no interceptions. 8 attempts, 67 rushes, and a touchdown. And that touchdown run was special. That touchdown run was like crazy. It was Lamar-esque. So they ended up losing. They ended up losing 26-31, but it was a valiant effort by the Cards. I think they're 3-5-1 now, but I thought they would be like 1-8. So I'm impressed. The Cowboys. Dak Prescott. I don't hate Dak Prescott. I don't be hating on him, but he plays for the Cowboys. Man. I wrote down, he had the game we thought Dak was going to have. Or he had the game we thought Deshaun was going to have. 29 for 46, 444 yards, 3 TDs. Whole game, the best game I've ever seen Dak play as a pro, because I saw him play a little bit in college. He looked very accurate. Very, very accurate. Stepped in the pocket with precision. Boom, boom, boom. You could tell he had that mojo flowing. Like, remember I told y'all, like, really, really far back, like week 3, Dak and Zeke had the mojo flowing. Well, I don't know what's happened with Zeke, but Dak got the mojo flowing. But his receivers made some crazy good catches. They made him look really, really good. Michael Gallup, 9 receptions for 148 yards. Randall Cobb, 4 receptions, 115 yards and a touchdown. So everybody made him look good, and then I didn't write it down, but Zeke had a touchdown. I'm not sure if it was a passing touchdown, but Zeke had a touchdown. So they looked really good. They looked really, really good. That's the Cowboys team we all expected to have at the beginning. That's the Dallas Cowboys team we expected to see throughout the year, because they're so talented. But that coaching staff and just everything else but the product on the field. And if Dak gonna play like that, then he's a $40 million man. So great game. So we move on to Jacoby Brissett. And it looks like every black quarterback took Deshaun Watson's powers this year. Because Jacoby Brissett put on a Deshaun Watson display type. He was getting killed. I'm watching these highlights. Oh my God, he just came off an injury. I hope he don't get hurt again. Like, just getting smashed. Like, every time he dropped back, dude in his face. Every time he tried to run, dude in his face. Just Jacoby Brissett, I admire him staying there and not, because at that point, sometimes you just throw your hands up and be like, man, it is what it is. Their offensive line is way too good for him to be getting killed like that. I was very disappointed in their offensive line. That after all that, they ended up winning 33-13. And you look up and you're like, how are y'all winning? Like, it was crazy. Running game was a major focus. It was a major focus. The running game was a major focus. Jonathan Williams. Oh no, let me tell you Jacoby's numbers first. 15 for 24, 148 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Not too major, but he was playing game manager this year because Marlon Mack and Jonathan Williams both went over 100 yards this game. Jonathan Williams 13 attempts, 116 yards. Marlon Mack 14 attempts, 109 yards and a touchdown. So very good game manager game, which I'm glad he did because he was getting demolished. Like it was brutal. It was brutal. I bet that win was sweet because man, I was scared for him watching that game. And so I don't think I talked about Haskins last week because it just wasn't in there to talk about. But I see a lot of Geno Smith and Dwayne Haskins. I'm going to let that sit there for a minute. Yeah, I know, right? Geno Smith. Yep. That Geno Smith. Yep. That Geno Smith that played for Jets. Yeah, that Geno Smith. And the reason I say that is because he's so inconsistent. But I don't even think it's his fault. It's not his fault. The Redskins, there's a video going on. I might show it. The audio is awful. He is pleading with his offensive line. I literally sitting there telling his offensive line, what do I have to do? What can we do? And they're just looking at him like, bro, he's just here for a check. And I've been there before. Like, he's pleading with his offensive line. What do I have to do in order for us to be successful? It's my fault. What am I doing wrong? And he's just pleading, and it's awful, man. Like, it brings a tear to your eye seeing it because it's just like, why? He just looks like he's the only one in it. He's the only one in it to win. Damn, Sean Penn. His numbers wasn't nothing spectacular, but he tried his best. 19 for 35, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. So he didn't play awful, and they lost 34-17. So it wasn't as bad as I'm making it, but just watching it. Whew, the fact they got up 17 points is amazing to me. So let's go to turnover Jameis. 30 for 51, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 turnovers. And they only lost by 1 touchdown. If he don't throw 2 of those picks and those picks are touchdowns, they win that game. I'm watching the game like, oh man, why would you throw that? Like, 3 things are certain: death, taxes, and Jameis Winston gonna throw throw a critical interception. Like, it's gotten to that point to where I watch Jameis Winston games and I'm like, when he gonna throw the pick? Oh, there we go. Like, Jameis Winston is way too talented to be as bad with the ball as he is. And even when he's at Florida State, everybody's like, well, them turnovers going to transfer. And that's always been his knock. I'm not going to call him a bust because you can see the talent. The talent is there. He has talent. And I hope he get paid. But it's just, He scored too many turnovers and he's causing his team wins. Their record could be 6-3 if he would limit turnovers. It's so like the game was decent, but the overall theme was Jameis Winston puts his teams in bad positions. Throwing 4 turnovers or throwing 4 picks in a game. And I think he had a fumble loss too. Like, you can't keep putting your defense in awful positions like that. So now we have the last game of the week. Is this the last? Yep, it's the last game of the week, Monday night. My homeboy. Now, he took some of Jacoby Brissett today. Now, and I only say that because he did a lot of dumping to Travis Kelce, and that was in Mexico City. 19 for 32, 182 yards, a pick, and a touchdown. 5 rushing attempts, 59 yards. I'm glad he's not running as much. So you can tell he's coming back from. He's getting healthy. He's getting healthy. So with him getting healthy, it comes. He's spotty. I got written down a very spotty game because I started watching around the first or second quarter. It was only 3-0, so I didn't miss nothing. My bad, y'all. But yeah, very spotty game because you saw flashes of the old Kansas City. You was like, oh snap, here they go. But then they stall out. And Tyreek Hill got hurt again. LaShawn McCoy is in concussion protocol. So, he's not playing with his full arsenal of weapons right now. But they got the win. They got the win in a close game. Phillip, you gotta just feel bad for Phillip Rivers. I know it's Black Quarterback Series, but Phillip Rivers, man, I grew up watching Phillip Rivers. He's been in the league for like as long as I've been watching football, and you just feel bad for him. Like, you just wish Phillip Rivers could get to a winning team and play and be in the playoffs. But it was his fault they lost. So Patrick Mahomes played okay. You saw flashes, and that's really all you can ask for from a man coming off an injury. And because he's still coming off injury, he even told Lisa Salters at the end, he's like he's still trying to get himself back in game shape, and he's still getting over it. But you can say his range of movement is there, and he's healthy, but he's still like getting back in football shape. So it's a little bit of a longer episode. I feel like I was ranting a little bit, but that's it for this week, y'all. I didn't give y'all the Keys quotes last week. Nothing sparked me to give a Keys quote. Normally the Keys quotes are called feelings. We'll have a stuff video coming for sure. So y'all enjoy y'all Tuesday, and I will see y'all Wednesday or Thursday for the stuff video.